Good morning, everyone. It's Lee Henson, President and Founder of Agile Dad, and it's time for today's episode of the Daily Stand-Up. So without any further ado, let's get started. It's our Agile, Not So Agile episode, which means it's Friday. So happy Friday. Hope you're planning for an amazing weekend. I want to start with a story like we always do. So this is a great story. It's a great parable. And hopefully it helps drive home a valuable lesson for you. So here we go. There was once a little boy, and he was from a very wealthy family. And one day his father decided to take him on a trip to show him how others who were less fortunate lived their lives. He wanted the boy to have this experience so that the boy didn't grow up feeling like entitled or that he had, spoiled, if you will. So he took him to a farm. And the boy and his father pulled up to an old farm where a very poor family in the area lived. They spent several days on the farm, living there with the people there. They were invited into their home. They lived there with them, slept there, helped them with the family work, and helped them do all the farm work. But the family grew all of their own food there on a farm. They helped them take care of the land. And when they left the farm, the dad took the son aside and asked him and said, "That was a lot of hard work. Did you enjoy your trip?" And the son was like, "Well, yeah, I enjoyed it." And he says, "Well, what did you learn from that trip?" And he said, "You know what, Dad?" He says, "That trip was fantastic. That family is so lucky." And confused, the father asked, "Well, why do you say they're lucky? What do you mean by that?" And the boy said, "Well, at home we only have one dog. That family has four, and they even have chickens. That is incredible." He says, "We have four people that live in our house." He says, "But they have 12." He says, "They never run out of things to do, and they always have somebody to play with." He says, "We have a pool in our yard, but they've got a river running through the back of their property. It seems like it goes on forever and ever, and it's got fish." He says, "We have lanterns outside so we can see at night, but they don't have any lights there. They have the wide open sky and the beautiful stars that they can see, giving wonder and light. We have a patio out back, but they have the entire horizon to enjoy without other houses or neighbors. And they have fields, endless fields to run around and play in. We have to go to the grocery store to get our food, but they're able to provide their own food and grow it right there and get it fresh from the farm. Our high fence protects our property and our family, but they don't have fences there because their friends look out for them and protect them." The father was speechless when the boy ended with a tear in his eye and said, "Dad, thanks for showing me how the real rich people live. They're so lucky." And I think sometimes we look at wealth as material possessions, or we look at wealth as material belongings and things that we have, and that's not real wealth. Until you learn to appreciate, love, and enjoy the beauty of natural environments and landscapes and the people who have less. I mean, I specifically remember a trip that we went on, a service trip. It was a cruise, and I remember we went to a home where we were going to hand pour a concrete floor in a home in the Dominican Republic for a family that only had a dirt floor in their home. And there was a young boy there, and he said, "Abuela, abuela." He was talking to his grandma. He says, "We'll finally get to see." He says, "I'm so excited. I'll finally get to see what happens when I bounce this rubber ball that was given to me on concrete." To think to myself, that this young man had never experienced having a concrete floor and didn't know what the ball was going to do when he bounced it on there, but was excited to find out. Those are treasures. Those are treasures that can't be replaced. They're memories, they're things in our heart. And I think that sometimes we get into a mindset of wanting to always have the biggest and best things, or the nicest things, or the newest things, or the cutting edge thing, when in actuality, experiences are worth so much more. So, this holiday season, I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to find a way to create an experience for your kids or for your family, whether it's serving food at a homeless shelter or providing carols to the elderly, or whether it's doing something. Find a way to give back to your community. There are lots of events and things that are happening in communities all over the world. Find a way to share some of your talent, some of who you are. And if you don't, even if you feel like, "I don't have a talent," it's okay. Find a way to share some of your time and be of service to someone. And I think that if you can do that, that's going to be a gift that keeps on giving, not just to the people that you give it to, but to the people who are involved in providing the gift. They're going to learn how different people work. And just like this young man who was wise beyond his years, he understood that wealth or riches didn't rest in the material things, they rested in the way that this family lived. And what a lesson! What a lesson to endure. If you would like to learn more about how you can give back, or if you're looking for opportunities in your area and you can't find anything, reach out. We have a team of people. I'll be happy to help you explore and see what kind of things you could do. I know we've had a lot of opportunities personally to do service opportunities with our kids, and it's just really opened your eyes and opened their eyes and showed them how the world really is. So I hope you have an amazing weekend, an amazing holiday season. We'll be back in touch again on Monday. As always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, take care.